My name is Faye Johnson, and I've been attending I-5 for about 3 years. My first visit to I-5 was interesting. My daughter had warned me that the dress was casual because coming from Southern Baptist, you dressed. So I was aware of that. When I walked in and I saw the stage, my first thought was, is this a rock concert? The music was a little louder than I had anticipated. And I found myself sitting there going, ooh, this is loud, but then telling myself, stop and listen to the words of the music and not the way it was being presented. When I did that, it drew me in to the service and to concentrate on the service. I decided to give it a second try, coming in with no preconceived notions of what the church was, and listened and paid attention to everything that was said, every word that was sang in the songs, and felt like this is a possibility for home. I had been praying for God to lead me to a church home, and so I-5 became that church. I was baptized as a young girl. I came to Christ at about the age of 9. And in and out of church during my life. This time around, the church felt right. It felt like where I belonged. Therefore, I felt like it was a new beginning. And I went to Pastor Steve to ask if the church would allow me to be rebaptized. And he joyfully said yes, that was possible. I was going through the baptismal classes when I was told I'd have to start chemo. I did not feel that I would be able to climb the stairs for the pool. I went to Pastor Amy after class and explained to her what I was about to go through and what could I do. I didn't want to miss being baptized. And that's when she told me, give me a minute. She walked out of the room, came back and said, we're going to do it right now. And I'm like, well, I have no clothing. I don't have anything. And she's like, oh, we've got you covered. We've got you covered. I understood that she called Pastor Larry, who had just left the church. Bless him, he turned around and came back, and I was baptized. When I came out of the water, there was a feeling that came over me. Chemo was one thing that I did have a fear of. I had no fear going into the surgery. But chemo was something that I had feared because of everything that I had read about it and what it would do to you. My faith was renewed coming out of that water. And I knew I was going to be okay going through the chemo. It was going to be okay. And it was. I had the support of the church. Pastor Amby would come to rehab and visit me in rehab and pray with me. I had the support of friends. I have an outstanding family in the Second Sunday Welcome team. We are family. And everybody, though, at the church prayed for me, encouraged me. I felt the love there, that people really cared. They weren't just saying the words, but they really meant the words. And that, along with the love of my family, was enough. The one thing that I would want someone to walk away with from this is, you don't have to do life alone. Not in this church. Not in this church. We are family here. And whatever it is you're going through, you have people who will love on you, who will pray for you, who will hold you when you cry. And don't be afraid to reach out to someone. You know, I'm known for my hugging. And sometimes you can just look at a person and know they need a hug. And we don't have to say a word. I'll just hug them. And the look on their face and the gratitude that they express, even just that little minor gesture will help somebody. Or sometimes a smile. If you just smile at somebody, you can tell when they come in they're having a rough time. But if they see you smiling and you welcome them, they'll brighten up for that moment and feel like somebody does care. Somebody sees my pain. Somebody cares. So don't sit here in the congregation and hurt, because you don't have to do it alone. You've got a group here that will see you through whatever it is you're going through.